I went on the internet the other day and I found this. The car on the right is a 2,000 horsepower, 2-liter Honda Civic that just did a quarter mile in 7.63 seconds. That little Honda Civic crosses the line at over 200 miles an hour, making it one of, if not the fastest front-wheel drive drag cars ever. It is wild, it is unbelievable, but how fast is it really? Today in Automation and BeamNG Drive, I'm gonna try to take down this little Honda Civic. My goal is to engineer a car from scratch, build it from the ground up to complete the quarter mile in less than 7.6 seconds. As a wise man once said, how hard can it be? Can I be honest here for a second? I've never built a front-wheel drive car in Automation. Double follow-up. I have no idea how to tune a front-wheel drive drag car, so I'm probably cooked today. Let's call it the world record front-wheel drive drag car. I ran out of characters. I feel like in the spirit of the competition, we've probably got to do this using a hot hatch. So let's go for like, oh, maybe this. 1994? That's the play. Wait, I can also change the length of it. This is the standard one. I think it's like 97 inches or something. I can change it and make it 117 inches long. God damn. If I'm actually gonna set a world record with a front-wheel drive drag car, we need to go as try-hard as possible. Build all of the panels out of carbon fiber. Build the chassis out of carbon fiber. Obviously, it's gonna be front engine. We'll have to figure out which one of these technically gives a bigger engine. I'm gonna go for the lightest weight suspension, which is this McPherson strut. And then I'm gonna go for push rod suspension in the rear. I'm just trying to think out loud here. Would a longer car help put the power down a little bit better at all? If this is, hold on, chat, science lesson. If this is your car, right? If it's this big and your engine's up here, your weight distribution could be like here. But if your car's longer, like this, that's a bad idea. Like this, and your engine's all the way up here, your weight distribution's gonna be here, making it put the power down better. I think that I'm gonna go for 113 inches. Let's just get some body morphing done right away so we can make it nice and wide body. Obviously, the aero needs to be as like efficient as possible. Place that there. Give this like a nice curve. Chat says remove the extended wheel arches in the rear. Probably a good shout, huh? Now that you say that, I don't need super thick tires for the back because they're not spinning or anything. Chat, I need to paint it and color. What color says I'm a Honda Civic? Chat says white. I do like a white Honda Civic, I must say. It's kind of peak Honda Civic, no? And then, actually, you know what? Since we're gonna be like a proper hardcore drag racy boy, what if I go for this cool like carbon fiber hood? Rear bumper, should I make that carbon fiber too, just for even more style points? I might as well, huh? Let me get this rear window thing in carbon. There we go. Pillar trim. And then my wheels, although it won't really do anything, we'll make them carbon fiber as well. I don't trust that I'm going to be able to get enough horsepower out of this thing. So before we do any body work to make the car actually look good, let's make sure we can get a powerful enough engine in. V6, magnesium, dual overhead, billet, steel. I just want something that fits and produces a disgusting amount of horsepower. Don't use magnesium, it's weaker than cheese. You are 100% correct. Aluminum billet. I'm gonna come back and do all the tuning in a moment. I guess we'll just throw a supercharger on for now with custom tuning, direct injection, beautiful, nitro methane race fuel, and a tiny little single exit exhaust for maximum left. How does this only have 600 horsepower? I think we might need a slightly bigger supercharger. How is my stroke length looking? Chat, do not clip that. If I get a bigger stroke, that should, in theory, increase my torque. You can see my red line going up. 1,400 horsepower, 900 foot-pounds of torque off the line. Now I just need to actually tune this engine to make use of all of the other goodies and stuff that it has. More horsepower is great, but I want to focus on more torque. 997, come on, give me 1,000. 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. All we had to do was get a slightly bigger exhaust. I think we're close to maxing out our little V6. It's not a big engine we've got in here. Why does, quote unquote, reducing the supercharger increase the torque by so much? Holy, maybe I spoke too soon about this thing being almost maxed out. 1,700 horsepower, 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. Let's give it a quick little test to make sure it doesn't blow up. What does it sound like, by the way? Why does it sound kind of like a GTR at the beginning and then it turns into like a Ferrari Lamborghini at the end? The reason I probably say Ferrari and Lambo is because it almost sounds like an F1 car with how high revving and high pitched the sound goes. Now we can go backwards and we can actually make this thing look good. We've got to throw on some fixtures to make sure 1, our car looks good, 2, stays cool, and 3, has the downforce it needs to be able to absolutely send it. I've got kind of a funky idea for this car. I know what you're saying, Nick. What the hell are you doing? I've said it before. I'll say it again. Let me cook. Dude, what a cool little car already. It kind of looks like it has a mustache, but that's okay. Mustaches are good, right? Chat. Right? Chat says, Nick, you ruined it. That's okay. I wasn't asking for your opinion. It looks like someone flattened its face. Don't say mean things about my car. I think it looks pretty cool. You know what would be even cooler? Let me duplicate the headlights. So it's now got 4 headlights, kind of like a little Dodge Challenger, right? I'm gonna make it transparent and I'm gonna turn my headlight into an air intake. That's kind of cool. Nah, make one whole side intake, leave one as the headlight. Our whole like driver's side is now intake. Our right-hand side is headlight. It's different. It's spicy. All right, let me go get some tail lights for this thing. Let's be honest, I will need tail lights because this thing's gonna be so goddamn fast. Nothing's gonna be able to keep up with us. Chat says that looks awful. No, we don't like it. Why is the back like that? Ungrateful. Why do all the taillights look terrible on this body? I swear some bodies in this game just look better than others. This is not one of them. That's quite nice. Let's go back to the front. One of the things I said right at the start, we need to be able to let this thing build enough downforce from the front that we can actually put the power down. Dude, I think we are cooking. My car has more grills than it knows what to do with, but don't worry about that. I think I might even go with a proper like actual front splitter too. Dude, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Why is somebody in chat saying, yo, give it eyebrow? Hey, yo, mods, can you ban that guy? I'm also gonna go for a nice little roof scoop. Those 2 words have never been said together, nice and roof scoop, ever before. Let me go get a nice little license plate on the back here because I'm a good boy who follows all the road rules. Very good. Let me go get a nice little fuel cap back here. No. Sure, that'll help in the refueling process. Diffusers are straight up one of the most important things you can do in this game. So this, for our Aero, will be extremely important. And it looks even more like a Honda Civic now. All right, now let's go grab an exhaust, tuck it up in the diffuser. Please pay no attention to this completely ruining our aerodynamics. Why does this car look like it's straight out of like Need for Speed Underground or something? I just need a rear wing that we can actually go and tune. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of rear wing, but I think this will keep us planted. Let me just give it some nicer wheels and we'll be ready to go, baby. Now we're getting into our gearing. I think we might need to go for the sequential just because it gives us a little bit more torque strength. Let's go for a 5-speed. Let's aim for our top speed around 220 miles an hour. The car in real life did 215. A limited slip diff, we're just gonna go for the best one, crank out the quality, very good. Then we're gonna go for drag racing tires, super grippy. The fronts are gonna be as thick as possible. Our rears are gonna be as thin as possible. So let's just go for bicycle tires back there. Then we'll go for carbon fiber wheels. Very good, maximum quality again. The lightest weight brakes we can do is carbon ceramic, 1 piston. Let's be honest, we don't really even need, dude, are there even any, hold on. Are there even any brakes on there? Dude, look at the brakes. The brakes are the same size as the engine spacer. Dude, we're never gonna stop. Let's go for a race under tray. No active of aero. I don't think we need that. We'll come back to our tuning momentarily. I only need one seat with a race interior. We're going for like maximum lightness. Oh, chat, you are correct. I should make my diffuser flow optimized. For right now, we'll just throw on active sport suspension, tune it for racing, and let's see how this looks. Right now, we are producing way too much rear downforce. I just want my rear downforce to basically be zeroed out. In theory, do we want our rear wing to lift? If the rear wing lifts, does that mean it's in theory pushing the front down? No, that's probably a bad idea. Let's just give it a little bit more front down force, okay? Just a little, like 200 pounds or so, and then make my rear wing basically nothing. There we go. It produces 2 pounds of downforce. Now with all of that, my top speed is 223 miles an hour. My theoretical 0 to 60 is 2.6 seconds, though. That's a bit slow, no? Hopefully, we can launch it off the line, okay? As it stands right now, we weigh 1,600 pounds. The car has strong oversteer. I'm not worried about that. The engine reliability is too low to sell. Not worried about that. Supercharger exploded? Nah, that's a lie. That's fake news. I guess let's send it off to BeamNG. Version 1.0 is a go. Let's be honest, chat. There is not a single car manufacturer that builds a car and nails it first try. They all go through thousands and thousands of tests. We'll see if this works. I'm not touching anything. Chat, I'm not... Why are you revving? Does it blow up? No! Well, on the bright side, it's really fast. Downside, might actually need an even bigger rear wing. I very quickly just want to see how... It doesn't... chat, it I have made an absolute death trap. If you are in gear, your car will not stop. Look, the rear wheels are locked up. The only way to get it to actually come to a dead stop is to put it in neutral and then brake. I think we might have made the brakes slightly too small. How much does this thing weigh? Sorry, put it in neutral. Automation wasn't lying. 1,697 pounds. It would be a Christmas miracle if we could do this first try. I think, to be honest, I think we're probably getting like a 10-second quarter mile to start us off. Watch the lights. Dude, that launches so... My tires! My tires just snapped off the back. Dude, we got an 8.4 already, and the whole thing just snapped apart. If I turn traction control off, there's a very, very good chance it just puts its power down even nicer. We'll be done. Go. Don't snap. Please don't snap anything. It snapped. Oh! He hit my tire. As it turns out, we might need slightly wider tires. We were 95 wide tires in the rear. I mean, I guess it makes sense why it kind of blew up. Let's go for like 205s. That's more normal. I also had those crazy wheel spacers in the back. Let me just get like tiny ones. It'll look kind of goofy. Then that way there's not so much pressure on the tires. Anyways, watch the lights. Go. Please don't blow up tires. Please don't blow up. Oh, I mean, that counted, right? Yo, we've already done it. A 7.3, baby. Hold on a second. When I gun it off the line at about 150, it starts to get a little bit of lift. So I actually need a couple more notches of downforce to keep it planted on the ground. And for sure, we're going to be into the sixes. So let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That adds a bit more downforce. It's not much, but it adds a bit more. All right, version 3 goes burr. How am I supposed to know if this is version 3? I guess I just have to assume, huh? Whoa! Wait, what? I just need to try this real quick. Just... That's so funny. I believe. Ready? Watch the lights. Is it enough downforce? My first gear's still a little short. Don't get floaty. Don't get floaty. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. A 7.29 with a front wheel drive car. I need to try this against the fastest drag car in BeamNG. I'm gonna go head to head with the drag Scintilla. It's one of the fastest, like, ready-made drag cars in the game. Dude, it's not even close. It's not even close. Oh. I mean, I won, but at what cost? I just went faster. You know the scary thing? I think realistically, this is only the beginning of insane front-wheel drive drag car in BeamNG. I think I can actually make something even faster than this. Like, just from this car, I learned so much. I think we could probably get in the 6s without a doubt. I think we could probably even get in the 5s if I really try. Maybe we need to do a part 2 of this in the future.